You are the best prospect in a generation. Do you feel pressure around that?
I try to live free.
That just goes in one ear and out the other? There's no pressure from that?
Yeah, true. No pressure from that. I always remember, I'm free in that universe. I do whatever I can.
Chases. He's reached enlightenment.
Is Victor Wembanyama the next big thing in the game? He's been absolutely rocking the game since his debut. To make media and NBA fan fanatics talk alike about him is a huge deal. These stories prove the same. 6. The rookie era. Victor Wembanyama has proven he's not just any player. From the first game, his skills were stunning, his strength is incredible, defenders are pushing past easily, making him seem like a superhero on the field. Wembanyama never seems to get tired. Running non-stop from start to finish, his energy is endless. He can see things before they happen. His perfect passes show how he might have a sixth sense. With all these amazing qualities, it's hard to believe Victor is just a human. He's the only player on the list who has made just one three-pointer. All in all, NBA history, only 10 players, whether they were rookies or not, have ever done that in a single season. What's even more amazing is that Victor became the very first player to score 1,500 points, block 250 shots, and make at least 100 three-pointers in a year. No one else in the league has ever done all those things in a single season. So when we compare Victor as a prospect as a rookie to LeBron James, the comparison is clear. The stats don't lie. Victor is also the youngest player ever to lead the league in blocks. He led the NBA in stocks. He's the first rookie since Shaq to have a 40-pointer and 20-rebound game against the Nuggets. He scored a crazy 17 points in under 3 minutes. This franchise has all-time great big men like Tim Duncan and David Robinson. 5. Best in the team. Victor became the first Spur ever to have a 40-point, 20-rebound, 5-assist game. It's truly amazing. He also had the best step-back three-point percentage of all NBA players this year. We should also remember that Victor's offensive game is still developing, but he's also the star of the Spurs. His name is at the top of every scouting report, and teams are focusing on stopping him. Despite that, he's still delivering in a historic way. But what's been most impressive is his defence. Victor is likely to finish second in this year's Defensive Player of the Year voting, and has indirectly told Rudy Gobert. He says Rudy has a really good shot at winning in this year, and he deserves it. Let him win it now, because after that, it's no longer his turn. Victor finishes this year 5th in defence win shares, 2nd in defensive box score plus minutes, and 2nd in defensive rating, and 1st in block percentage. Everything indicates that he can lead a higher level team to victory when his roster gets more talent. Many people thought his weight would be a problem at such a young age, but it hasn't been. Instead, his 8-foot wingspan and instincts have allowed him to generate 3.5 deflections a game, which puts him near the top of the NBA. 4. This guy's got flexibility. There have been 9 players in NBA history who measure 7 feet 4 inches or taller. Manute Bol and George Moressen were 7 feet 7 inches tall. His flexibility is actually amazing. Watching the videos of him stretching, it can be seen why he moves so gracefully on the court. What surprised us the most is how he can become the best player in the league real soon. The most important thing to us is this clip from Giannis, because players have been asking if Wemby is really 7 foot 4 inches.
Never seen anything like him, 7'4", 7'5", I don't know how tall he is. He's not 7'3", his weight's older than 7'3", so whoever say he's 7'3", that's a lie.
So here's what Giannis had to say after playing against Wemby for the first time. Players like Jaren Jackson Jr. have grown over 2 inches since they joined the league. 3. Dominance in the court. Are we seeing the same thing with Wemby? When LeBron and Ad first saw him, their reaction was priceless. What's more, unlike other giants, Wemby's flexibility has allowed him to work on his game and develop advanced abilities. For example, he can initiate the offense after bringing the ball up or jump into isolation situations. He's been used to it in various pick and roll and pick and pop sets as both a scorer. And as a passer, Victor's versatility is already amazing. The Spurs are developing him in that direction, and as he gains more experience, the sky's the limit. Watching him really makes you wonder why Paul George and Draymond Green said this before the season.
He's elite, hell of a talent, but some of the that I've seen, we're not letting him do that in the NBA.
You're not just dribbling it through me like the Harlem.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
2. Nothing stopped him. Well, Wemby did get extreme hate heading into the NBA. You know, he's really going to be good. That type of talent and skill. And LeBron's really in trouble when he comes up against a player who wasn't ready for this kind of pressure. That's the kind of hype from Kurt. How does it feel to know that you're not eventually a first-rank Hall of Famer?
How does it feel to know that if you're not eventually a first-rank Hall of Famer, a lot of people will say you were a bust or overhyped?
LeBron, of course, stepped up to this challenge. Wemby, after being doubted heading into this year, has completely changed Paul George's mind. Watch him.
I take back everything I said. Some of the stuff he doing, dog.
He takes back everything he said. Draymond has completely changed his opinion.
I lied. Wemby should be the defensive player of the year. He's 7'4" and can move his feet. I don't know what lab he was created in, but I need to go create me a son in that lab.
But where did these skills and mindset come from? Shockingly, Wemby has been this way since he was a child. His dad was a track star, his mum was a 6'3" basketball player, and his grandfather was a professional basketball player in the top pro league in France. He was described as a rugged dunking centre. From the second he could play sports, Victor was putting those genes to good use. He played soccer at a young age as a goalie, which is quite something to think about if he were to have stayed on that path and have grown to be 7'4". Wembanyama told Barcelona no for an extremely interesting reason. He said the coaches were not challenging him or telling him where he was doing wrong. They were hyping him up too much. This is one of the reasons, but there were others. I like to progress and I need to challenge myself, so yeah, I like to be told things clearly, even if it can be unpleasant to hear. He wanted to go to a system that was going to challenge him, one that would make him better, one that was going to lead him to his ultimate goals. It's one of the most mature mindsets. There are currently NBA players that do not like to practice, let alone have their coach challenge him at 14. 1. He aspires to be the best. Living the celebrity life can quickly burn you out. What's scary about Wemmy is that he only cares about becoming the greatest player to ever live. Being the best prospect in a generation, do you feel the pressure around that? What he says is that he tries to live freely, but just goes in one ear and out the other. That's no pressure from that. Yeah, true, no pressure from that. He always remembers he is free in that universe. Players can talk a lot, they tell us what we want to hear often. But when we see Wemmy's true drive, his true dedication, his true mindset is his improvement. After taking down Scott directly, it was a given at that point that Wembanyama would be the #1 pick in the draft. Regardless, he still went out and had an amazing final pro season in France. But it was there where he got swept by a much older and more experienced team. But it's also here where we continue to see the mindset of the ultimate competitor, despite his individual successor. Wembanyama would apologise to fans for his loss. Normally, generational prospects do get bullied, elbowed and trash-talked. They normally do face what Charles Barkley is saying.
The Spurs ain't close to winning no championship, young fella. Y'all probably ain't gonna make the playoffs next year. Just cause you getting all this hype and you've been kicking ass in France, that don't mean nothing when he step on the court next year.
But somehow, Victor already has the Michael Jordan rule in place. No trash talk allowed. But it's here where we see another part of Victor's mindset. His favourite thing is winning. He says, I really, really love winning. You can try to compare, but he's going to carve out his own lane. It's truly amazing. Do share your thoughts about him in the comments below, and also don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Until next time, see you later.